Gentlemen, welcome to Fight Club.
Hello and welcome in the first episode from Fight Club. My name is Jaafari. I'm third dan black belt in karate with 21 years of practice and experience. I've been practicing also other martial arts like Kempo, karate contact and a little bit of full contact. What we're gonna do in this channel, it's basically just take any fight scene from a movie, anime or even a real fight, break it down and analyze it from my perspective as karate trainer. So without wasting any more time, let's begin. In today's episode, we have a fight scene from a famous martial arts anime called Kengan Ashura. And the fight we have today, it's between Gaolan, aka the Thai god of war. Wait, isn't Kratos the god of war? And Kaneda, aka the giant killer. The fight began and we can see something very important. For Kaneda, he was stable, just his fight position and moving very slow. But for Gaolan, that's very different. He was immediately started to jump in like that, and that's very important. Somebody can say, okay, just jumping, it's just waste of energy, but no. Jumping or doing this kind of jumping in a fight, martial art fight, it's really important basically because first you hide your attacks. If you keep moving, your opponent can't basically predict when you're gonna do the attack, because if you are stable and suddenly you do your attack, it's very noticeable, he can see it. But if you keep jumping, he will not be able to predict when exactly you're gonna do your attack. Second thing, it's when you are stable, your opponent, it's basically he just can see you and can do something, we call it framing. It's like he put you in a frame and can basically see you. What is a frame? It's to be able to see your opponent from his head to feet. And that's very important because that make you able to detect any small movement or change he do it in his body. Probably he gonna attack by his arms or legs, you don't know. So you always need to be able to see him all, as we said, from his head to his feet. And as much as closer you get, you start missing some point. And this is what just happened for Kaneda. Kaneda here did a big mistake by getting closer more than he should. He should be from Gaolan. Gaolan take that advantage and immediately start his attack, and it was hard for Kaneda to predict it. Why? Because of very simple details. If you notice, his position was like that. His right arm was protecting his face, and not only, by the way, his face, abs, and only and her back, so and his back. Sorry, so he can basically protect all his side with just one hand. The other hand, which is what the left one, he was moving. That's very important because if he was just keep it like that, it's easy to notice any small movement, and Kaneda can predict that and do his defense or run away. But when he keep moving like that, if you notice, if I keep moving, you can't decide, predict or know when I exactly do my attack. But because you can see right now, suddenly I do the attack. So that's important to hide your attacks. So Gaolan do the first attack and he keep do it because basically it's work. If it's work, keep do it. We can notice here that Kaneda, he was immediately start protecting himself. Good. And the good thing is his wife protection was making him able to see his opponent. He was not like blocking himself, that's all, and blocking his vision. No, he was blocking the attacks and able to see through, and that was a very good block. As we just said a few seconds ago, if the attack work, keep do it, but not so much. Why? Because the other opponent basically gonna understand the rhythm and do his counter attack. That's what happened. Kaneda was studying the rhythm of the punch that Gaolan was keep doing it, and start immediately after trying to do his counter attack, but didn't work. Why? Because Gaolan was preparing his second attack. Here is something very important we teach to our students to prepare them for a tournament or fights. Do never make your first attack is the main attack. Always use the first attack as kind of test. You just use it to test your opponent and test his reaction. Is he will do a counter attack, or he just run away, or what exactly? So the first attack is always just, you can call it a tester. So that's what Gaolan was doing. He kept testing. When Kaneda started to do his counter attack and tried to grab him, he immediately launched the second attack with the right hand and immediately punched, and that was a really good move. The fight scene here, it's really, can call it beautiful, and each fighter doing his best, and we can now understand the difference between styles. For Gaolan, he's basically based on trying to punch and kick, even he didn't kick so much or at all in this fight, and for Kaneda, he was trying since the beginning trying to catch and reach his opponent. Now we understand why in the beginning he was getting closer more than he should be, because his style based on what we call submission. He was trying to grab it and put it on the ground. That's his best way of fighting, or his advantage, but Kaneda was not able. Also we can notice that Kaneda was not very confident of himself. You can see that since the beginning he was like, he already, basically you can see that he already lost the game before even started. He was like, oh, that's strong, oh, go easy on me. That immediately you can see that Kaneda gonna lose that game. One of the important signs that tell you that this fighter or this one gonna lose his game it's when he start changing his style of fighting. I'm not talking here about changing techniques, or no, I'm talking to change entire style. That's what happened with Kaneda. In the beginning we saw that he was trying all the time to grab and catch Gaolan to do a submission, but now we saw that he's trying to punch more. Basically he was trying just to do what Gaolan is doing. So here Kaneda, you can see that he's getting hopeless, getting desperate that he can't win at all this game. So he just was trying to try new things. But for Gaolan, no, nothing changed, doing the same thing. His position all the time was like this. Keep always using his front hand, left one, and the second one as second attack. Nothing changed at all, which is mean all that style was working for him, and why would change it? So that was a good sign that Kaneda it's going sooner or later losing this game. And here we come to the cliche scene where the fighter turn his back to the other fighter and the other one rise up again and like, fight me, I will not give up. Except Kaneda was already here giving up, and yes, he was trying his best, trying punch, kick, but all that was useless. Kaneda, his problem here is that from the beginning he already lost the game. He was not enough self-confident in himself, so that make him psychologically lose the game before even it start. We can also see the difference of style. He chose a very bad strategy by just trying to all the time grab and catch Gaolan. Also the difference of their physics, as you saw. For Kaneda, you can see a little man, but for Gaolan he was really very strong, and that's a big difference. It will not be so much difference in normal fight in the street between martial arts master and normal person, but when the both are good fighters and martial art master, no. If someone is physically stronger, it's kind of more advantage. So that's what happened, and in the end Kaneda lose his game and Gaolan win. That's all for today. What do you think about this fight? Let me know and comment below, and if you like the video, thumbs up, and if it's your first time here on the channel, it's a good time for subscribe. See you in the next video and have a nice day.